you repeat a lie enough times, it becomes the truth. Few adages more accurately sum up Donald Trump's Dadaist approach to accuracy than that oft-deployed quote, which has been attributed to Nazi propaganda minister and Trump beta test Joseph Goebbels. By lie, The Washington Post reported that the president had hit an auspicious milestone by telling his 20,000th lie in office. Trump has stretched the fabric of reality on everything from crowd sizes at his rallies to his repeated claim that the Russia probe totally exonerated him. He falsely says that mail-in voting is rife with fraud and played down the COVID-19 pandemic publicly, even while privately acknowledging its severity to journalist Bob Woodward. But among his most pernicious mistruths is that he is an ally to LGBTQ+ people, one persistently deployed by his administration to distract from his latest attack on basic civil rights. On Tuesday, former Vice President Joe Biden will face off against Trump for the first of 3 debates ahead of the November election, and Biden has a responsibility to queer and trans people to call out the president's true legacy on equality, one that threatens lives and livelihoods every day that Trump is still committed walk-a-free man. Donald Trump's 8 worst attacks on the LGBTQ+ community: healthcare access, unsafe schools, military service. Trump has endangered LGBTQ+ lives in countless ways. These 8 are among the most appalling. View story: the president pledged to be a real friend to the LGBTQ+ community while running for office in 2016, but the reality of Trump's administration has been anything but convivial. The White House under Trump is the single biggest threat to the safety and dignity of LGBTQ+ Americans today. He has weaponized the federal government against our most marginalized, using the bully pulpit to force trans people and people living with HIV out of the military, empower people of faith to discriminate against any population their religion coincidentally also happens to dislike, and allow medical workers to refuse life-saving care to people in need. Since Trump's inauguration in January 2017, the national non-profit GLAAD has tabulated 175 attacks on the LGBTQ+ community by the current administration, which averages out to 1 every 7.69 days. Just this year, the White House attempted to make it legal to fire workers for being LGBTQ+, deny shelter to homeless transgender women, pull federal funding from schools that affirm trans student athletes, and repeal critical health care protections to trans people. Many of these monstrous actions were taken during Pride Month, which would appear to be a mere coincidence if not for another tried and truism regarding the Trump administration: the cruelty is the point. But no matter how callous and heartless the president's attacks on LGBTQ+ people, his circle of advisors, sycophants, professional enablers, next of kin, and assorted vultures continue to claim that he is on our side. When U.S. Ambassador Richard Grenell referred to him as the most pro-gay president in American history in an August video, Trump retweeted it and remarked that it was his great honor. For clarity's sake, he isn't and it wasn't. Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany, never a stranger to shamelessness, repeated the claim on at least 2 occasions this year. One key reason a man who lies about everything, even windmills, is able to misrepresent his LGBTQ+ record so flagrantly is that he is seldom checked on it. Mainstream outlets rarely cover LGBTQ+ issues outside of Pride Month. As a recent Media Matters report found, broadcast news networks like ABC and NBC devoted a grand total of 29 minutes to the epidemic of violence against trans women in June and then abruptly stopped covering the issue at all. That leaves right-wing news sites, which use headlines about transgender killers and child experimentation to stir up Trump's core demographic of racists with an AOL account, to drive the conversation on LGBTQ+ lives. Let's block ads. Why?
Show your love for him. Click the link in description. Thanks for watching.